Welcome back. My name is Ramsey Dean, and I'm a licensed therapist. In today's video, I'm going to answer the question, what is dialectical behavior therapy, or DBT? I will review a brief history of the treatment model, talk about how it works and who it is useful for. This video will be helpful for anyone who is interested in DBT therapy, either for themselves or a loved one. This video will also be useful for clinicians who are considering using DBT with their clients and want an overview of the modality. Before we dive in, if you're interested in mental health or therapy-related content, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, now let's talk all about DBT. Dialectical behavior therapy is a type of psychotherapy that was originally developed by psychologist Dr. Marsha Linehan in the late 1980s. Dr. Linehan initially designed DBT to treat individuals with borderline personality disorder who also struggled with chronic suicidal ideation. Dr. Linehan noticed that traditional cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, was not working with this population. CBT is one of the most effective and well-researched forms of psychotherapy. It helps people learn to recognize the connection between their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and teaches them to change the way they think and behave in order to improve the way they feel. But for people with borderline personality disorder, even with CBT treatment, they were still struggling with big emotions that they could not control, and they were still chronically suicidal. Now, at the time, this basically made borderline personality disorder impossible to treat because CBT was the best type of psychotherapy we had, and it wasn't working. To address this, Dr. Linehan took the core concepts of CBT and incorporated mindfulness and acceptance strategies, thus creating dialectical behavior therapy. And it worked. Over time, research has shown DBT to not only be highly effective for borderline personality disorder, but also depression, anxiety, eating disorders, substance abuse, and more. DBT can be extraordinarily helpful for anyone who struggles with big emotions or challenging relationship dynamics. One of the things that makes DBT such a unique treatment is its use of skills training modules, which I will explain in more detail shortly. But in addition to engaging in traditional talk therapy, where you discuss your thoughts and feelings with your therapist, DBT also has an educational component where a clinician will teach you tangible, actionable life skills that you can use to help you manage your emotions and maintain healthy relationships. These life skills are usually taught in a group setting, almost like school. However, in some instances, can be completed one-on-one with your therapist if group training is not an option. In these skill training modules, you're going to learn a bunch of really cheesy acronyms that are called mnemonics. A mnemonic is just a way to make it easier to memorize something. For example, one of my favorite DBT mnemonics is the STOP skill. STOP stands for stop, take a step back, observe, and proceed mindfully. STOP is a way to help you gain better impulse control. Now, even though these mnemonics are, like I said, very cheesy sometimes, they really are very helpful if you go into skills training with an open mind. Now, the DBT skills training modules are usually organized into 4 categories, and the first is mindfulness. Mindfulness skills are the foundation of DBT, and that is why they are taught first. People usually think of mindfulness in the context of religious meditation and do not think of it as something that can be helpful in therapy, but that is a misconception. DBT simply defines mindfulness as awareness of the present moment without judgment. DBT will teach you techniques that you can use in your everyday life to pay attention to your thoughts, emotions, and body sensations, put those observations into words, and stay in the present moment. This in turn will stop you from getting stuck ruminating about the past and worrying about the future. Studies have shown mindfulness skills to be effective at reducing the likelihood of having another episode of depression, reducing anxiety, reducing chronic pain, decreasing binge eating, and increasing your ability to tolerate crisis moments, just to name a few of the many benefits. The second core module in DBT skills training is distress tolerance, sometimes called crisis survival. Distress tolerance skills are all about learning to manage and survive moments of intense emotional distress without making situations worse. For example, somebody with emotion dysregulation may respond to feelings of jealousy in the relationship by having an angry outburst and threatening self-harm. And while these behaviors may quell their jealous feelings in the moment, they make their problems worse in the long run. Distress tolerance skills teach you how to tolerate hard things in life and unpleasant emotions without engaging in destructive coping mechanisms. Distress tolerance skills include ways to distract yourself, techniques for self-soothing, and also a concept known as radical acceptance. This is where you learn to acknowledge and accept the reality of your situation without judgment, even when the circumstances are undesirable or unfair. The word dialectical in DBT is derived from the word dialectics, which means two opposing ideas can be true at the same time. In DBT, these two ideas are acceptance and change. Let me give you a quick example of dialectical thinking. Let's say you are going through a difficult breakup. That situation is painful. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do that is going to make the situation easy. Breakups are a part of life and they hurt. Embracing dialectics would mean that you accept the reality that you're broken up, even though you don't like it. You're not obsessing over every little detail that precipitated the breakup. You're not stalking your ex's social media. You're not texting them incessantly. You've accepted that this is your reality. On the other hand, you also simultaneously learn from the situation. You figure out what you want to do differently in your next relationship, and you embrace this opportunity for personal growth and acknowledge positive changes that might arise from the experience. This isn't going to necessarily make the breakup easy, but it will empower you to not let your inevitable pain become unnecessary self-inflicted suffering. By learning to respond to stressful situations skillfully instead of emotionally, DBT can make you feel empowered and in control when hard things happen in life. The third core module in DBT skills training is emotion regulation. This module is focused on teaching you techniques to accurately understand your emotions, manage emotions effectively, and have more positive emotions overall. People who struggle with emotion dysregulation tend to have a low level of awareness about what they are feeling, meaning if they're having a hard moment and you ask them what they are feeling, oftentimes they cannot tell you. They know that they don't like what they are feeling, but they have a hard time putting to words their internal experiences. Because of this, the DBT emotion regulation module starts off by teaching you how to identify and label your emotions. From there, DBT will teach you how to understand your triggers and give you strategies to decrease your vulnerability to negative emotions. Things like our sleep, self-care, diet, personal boundaries, how we manage stress. All of these things have an impact on how intensely we feel negative emotions or not. A DBT therapist is going to encourage you to take a look at all of those things and figure out where you can make some changes to give you the best chance at success. During the emotion regulation module, you're also going to work on a plan to increase your positive emotional experiences. This looks like regularly engaging in activities that bring you joy in an intentional way. The final core module in DBT skills training is interpersonal effectiveness. People who struggle with emotion dysregulation often find it difficult to navigate relationships, and they find the people around them to be a source of stress. During this phase of the treatment, you will learn how to improve your communication skills, set healthy boundaries, and navigate your relationships more effectively. Specifically, you're going to learn techniques to be more assertive. This means you'll learn how to ask for what you want, say no, and negotiate conflict without damaging the relationship. People who struggle with interpersonal effectiveness tend to either have poor boundaries and completely disregard their own needs, or on the other end of the spectrum, they tend to get their needs met through hostile or even aggressive behavior and communication. Relationships require a healthy balance of considering our own needs while simultaneously considering the needs of those around us. The interpersonal effectiveness skills within DBT can help you find that balance and maintain relationships that feel safe and fulfilling. If you found this video helpful or informative, then you'll definitely want to check out my video all about cognitive behavioral therapy next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here very soon. Bye-bye.